Cats in History, Secrets of the Ages. The fact that we owe the appearance of cats to ancient Egypt is almost no secret to anyone. It is this country that is officially considered the birthplace of these wonderful animals, and it was she who at one time was famous for the cult of cats, some forms of which have survived to this day. However, cats in history managed to prove themselves outside the Egyptian borders, and in a short time spread throughout the world. This spread was made possible by the Phoenicians. It was they who were the first to take cats on sea trips, and it was thanks to them that the whole world learned about the domestic cat. The ancient Greeks were especially grateful. Cats, which were smuggled to Greece, helped them so well in the fight against rodents that the Greeks later made the freedom-loving cat a symbol of the famous Spartacus uprising. Well, from Greece, cats came to Georgia, and then to the entire European market. The ancient Romans, in particular, did a great service to Britain by introducing cats to the island, which is now unanimously adored by these animals. The oldest remains of a domestic cat found in Britain date back to the 4th century BC, and in 936 the first written mention of these animals appeared. Since then, cats have taken on a special significance in history. In South Wales, a law was passed to protect animals, and they were allowed to be kept in various premises, including monasteries. At the same time, cats also came to the New World. Their first images found in Peru date back to 400 to 1000 years of our era, and then cats were not just painted, but also used as a motif for creating jewelry. True, it is still not known for certain how exactly they ended up in this part of the world. Cats came to Russia in the 7th to 6th century BC, being presumably imported traders and warriors. These animals were held in high esteem by the Scythians, and in the 10th to 13th centuries of our era they acquired a special value in general. They were actively protected by the church, and it was very expensive to buy a cat. History of cats in the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages, on the one hand, was a real expanse for these animals, because it was during these times that they spread widely around the world, but on the other hand, this did not bring happiness to cats. Wide distribution automatically deprived them of their privileged position, and these animals were even considered the personification of evil, in connection with which the history of cats in the Middle Ages became a real tragedy for them. The Church was especially vehemently against these animals, so they were actively drowned, killed, burned at the stake and tortured. Even England, which adored cats before, in 1558 alone, on the day of the coronation of Elizabeth I, burned several bags of unfortunate animals. In the 17th century, the persecution of cats began in America, which was also due to the witch hunt, and people who loved cats had a very hard time. They had to choose, to refuse a cat and be subjected to an invasion of rodents, or to keep an animal, but be accused of connections with the devil. Rebirth, cat rescue. The cruel era of the Middle Ages was replaced by the Renaissance, and cats became loved again. It was during these years that animals returned to homes again, books and pictures were written about them, and psychologists began to study their habits. In the 18th century, the persecution of cats was finally stopped, and it was then that the famous scientist Harrison Wake initiated cat shows, which especially welcomed new breeds and animals with unique features. Later, cats spread so widely around the world that today they are in every fourth family, and in total there are 36 breeds and over 40 million domestic cats on the planet, most of which are truly adored by their owners. Considering this, it is not at all surprising that World Cat Day was invented in the world, the history of which, however, is not too long yet. However, these animals continue to remain incredibly loved and popular, so we can already say that the Day of Gratitude and Love to them has become a great tradition for many. Are you thinking about getting a cat? Let us know what you decide in the comments below. And if you know someone who's thinking about getting a cat, please share this with them. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Otherwise, have a great day. Thanks for watching.